Hola, hola, muy buenos días. Yo soy la doctora Mitzi Rodríguez Kufner, aquí una vez más con ustedes este sábado que ya está más bonito y más calientito. ¿Cómo estamos hoy día, Mili y Juan Carlos?
Muy bien, muy
Muy bien,
bien.
sí. ¿Y
Gus-
y usted?
Bien,
Sí.
gracias. Bien, aquí un poquito cansada porque estuve de parranda anoche bailando mucho, pero aquí
Ah, qué
estamos.
bien.
Am, Quería hacerles acordar que todas las opinión y información que proporciono yo en este segmento no están conectadas de ninguna manera ni expresan ideas, misiones o visiones de mi lugar de empleo. Um, Hi, Michelle, how are you? Hello. Oh, oh, la perdimos. Bueno, este mes, mientras ah, sigue, la encontramos una vez más. Este mes celebramos a la Madre Tierra. Además, hay otros temas importantes que queremos compartir con ustedes como comunidad. Este mes también queremos conversar sobre todo abogando y cómo abogamos por nuestros hijos que son neurodivergentes o que aprenden de manera diferente. Hi, Michelle, are you there?
Yeah, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Welcome.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna shut off the other thing. How's that? Is it better or no? Did I lose you?
I think
Yeah,
it's
technical difficulties.
technical
Sí.
difficulties, así,
Oh
así,
no,
así,
not
seguimos
again.
mientras.
Bueno,
I'm
sí,
sorry.
seguimos ahorita acá platicando. Pero háblanos de qué nos va a hablar Michelle.
Michelle Mark
Ajá.
es una amiga que tengo de Nebraska
Sí,
y ese me está hablando sobre el autismo.
sí.
Entonces, haber sido mamá soltera
Ujú,
que descubrió que su hijo tenía autismo. Ella, y como abogado muchísimo por su hijo Silas, que también llama uno de mis hijos porque hemos hecho
ajá.
muchas cosas juntas con nuestros hijos.
Mm,
So,
qué bien. Yeah, Michelle, if you can hear us, if you can put your computer in mute and then call us in the studio at 847-244-1220. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
She's on call, but we can't hear her. I don't know if
Oh,
the computer is not on.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Can
Michelle,
you
can you hear
hear
us?
me? Yes, I can.
She said yeah.
She said yes. Okay.
okay. So if you
Can you say something? Can you speak?
Um,
I know.
let
Where is
me
she at,
get.
Mitzi? Where is Michelle at?
So Michelle right
That's why we
now,
have technical difficulties, right?
yeah, Michelle
Yeah.
se encuentra en Nebraska,
Mm,
así en un campamento, porque también es líder de los Boy Scouts.
mhm,
Entonces, este fin de semana, de último momento le dijeron, puedes ayudar a nosotros. Así que es algo que ahorita está por ahí. Tal vez la recepción no sea muy buena, pero
mhm.
está con nosotros en video.
Sí.
So Michelle's on video call, but her,
Y antes de que se conecta, yeah, perhaps we can talk a little bit about autism. ¿Tú cómo ves en nuestra comunidad de latinos? Voy a hablar en inglés y luego hablamos, lo decimos digo en español y lo decimos en inglés. Pero ¿cómo ves tú, tú crees que hay bastante información para las personas que tienen niños con autismo o hace falta mucha información?
yo pienso así haber hablado con personas aquí y en
Ujú,
otros sitios que hay información,
Sí.
pero como comunidad latina algunas veces no nos llega esa información,
Ujú,
o lo malinterpretamos como vemos a nuestros hijos como si fuera un problema, un déficit,
ujú.
que hay ahora qué vamos a hacer y no sabemos, cómo abogar por, nuestros hijos de esa manera, pero
Sí,
que hay así hay,
sí,
y normalmente, el término es diagnosticados, no es porque sea
ujú,
enfermedad, porque no es una enfermedad, sino es
sí,
una forma diferente de pensar y utilizar nuestro cerebro.
ujú.
Yo lo llamo un superpoder, porque muchas veces
Sí,
es algo que, vemos el mundo de diferente manera. Y al igual que el ADHD,
sí,
muchas veces cuando pensamos que nuestros hijos son muy movidos, es nomás su cerebro está funcionando más rápido.
ujú,
Right, entonces,
sí,
que haya sí hay, recursos, aquí en Lake County. Normalmente, si nuestros niños llegan a las escuelas ya en una edad temprana, las
ujú,
personas, los maestros están viendo pueden ver que si están actuando, o actuando de diferente manera, los refieren a las personas personal de las escuelas,
sí,
y de ahí, ah, tienen que ir con un pediatra, con el médico para asegurarse que esto podamos darles más recursos para que aprendan, am, y no se limiten en el aprendizaje que tienen los niños, porque si
sí,
se ignora, si dice va a pasar
ajá,
o, por cualquier otra razón, entonces, am, le estamos dando daño,
sí.
le hacemos daño a
Porque tú
las
eres
personas.
educadora, ¿no? Tú sabes de que incluso en nuestra comunidad hay mucha gente que todavía te dice, no, no es una enfermedad, o sea, no es, bueno, no es enfermedad, pero el autismo no existe. O sea, es la sociedad que te está diciendo eso.
Ujú.
¿Tú qué dirías al respecto?
Sí, y como mucho que no es típico de
Ujú,
nuestra sociedad, entonces muchas veces, tratamos de aislar a los niños, muchas veces van a actuar diferentemente,
ujú,
y al actuar diferentemente, entonces, nos dé como papás vergüenza que están, moviéndose de ciertas maneras o haciendo cosas que no deberían, y muchas veces para que los niños hagan eso, y, de eso iba a hablar Michelle un poquito, iba a
sí,
contar un poquito más de Silas, am, es lo creamos traumas
ujú,
en los niños y depresión, y es
ujú,
algo que, am, limitamos a ver qué bonito su cerebro está trabajando, qué más pueden hacer en la vida.
ujú.
Así que es importante de no avergonzarnos de, am, ciertos límites, sus condiciones que
Sí,
tengan
porque
nuestros
muchas veces,
niños.
ajá, incluso, o sea, sí, como dices tú, los papás, ¿no? Como
Ujú,
que, especialmente en nuestra cultura, de que, oh, ¿cómo voy a sacar a mi niño? Lo van a ver así, ajá, o sea, se avergüenzan, se sienten mal de que el niño está así, o sea, es una cosa normal, ¿no? Que no, como dices tú, es otra forma de utilizar su cerebro, que me encanta la definición que utilizaste tú,
ujú,
porque necesitamos utilizar más, porque pues sabemos que, o sea, si de una forma sabes canalizar esa energía, esa potencia que tienen ellos, ¿verdad? Pueden llegar muy lejos esos niños. Hemos visto que personas que han hecho cosas magníficas en el mundo, ¿no? Científicos, en todo
ujú,
campo, músicos, ¿no? Compositores han tenido autismo, o sea, lo han sabido utilizar de una forma u otra, o sea, que llegan a ser genios porque concentran toda su energía, mientras que nosotros a veces no tenemos esa forma de enfocarnos y no logramos nada
ujú.
específico. I don't know, Michelle, can you hear us now?
I can hear
Are you there?
you. Can you hear me?
I think we still haven't. That's
Can
the
you hear
problem.
me at all?
I'm so sad. I'm so
Hold on,
sad,
hold on.
Michelle, that you can't call in.
Can you hear me
Um,
now?
just,
So
maybe, like, nod your head a little bit if I can share a little bit of the information you shared with me, last night regarding Silas.
Yes. God, I wish I can hear you. Oh my word. I wish you can hear me.
Oh,
Ujú.
yes, bueno, sigamos, ahorita Mili me dice. Mientras tanto, si hay preguntas en la audiencia sobre, si cómo determinar a qué edad es la mejor edad de determinar el autismo. Yo no soy
Ujú.
experta en eso. Um, oh, hello? Oh, no.
How about
Yeah,
okay?
mute your video.
Michelle, Okay, can you hear us now, Michelle? Is she?
I'd have to unmute my phone.
Oh, we can hear you now.
Okay, there you are.
Maybe she's connected in the video via.
Okay. What about now?
Yes.
Yeah, if you can mute your video, that would be great.
Is her video muted? Or-
It says unmuted, but
well, maybe we can just
we can
like,
try. Yeah.
or
I'm
like,
gonna cancel everything.
so can we just not do the video?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
Can you just call? Yeah.
yeah, so just stay on the phone and then just disconnect from the video, and then I think we'll probably be better.
Can you hear us? Sí. Bueno, nada más para. Hi, Michelle.
Okay, how's this?
Okay, I think it's better. Can you hear us?
Thank you. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's perfect. Yeah, there you are. Thank you so much. I know you are somewhere, right? Far away from here and in the country.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the woods right now.
Right. No, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Go ahead, Maria.
So SMS this month I have my very special friend Michelle Mark, who is from Nebraska, and she has taught me so
Well, not
much.
originally.
Not originally. She's from Maine. She's from Maine, but
Oh,
been
wow.
living in Nebraska. No, not Maine. Boston. Boston. Sorry.
Boston.
Yes, and she's also originally from
Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago. That's where she's
Oh,
at. But no, she's moved around a
so
lot,
she
and
speaks
she's got
French.
she's had a lot of life experiences, and she's shared them with us and with the kids during Boy Scouts. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Michelle. Cuéntanos un poquito sobre usted en nuestro show, que es en español. It's going to be in Spanish, and I'll translate. So.
Okay. So, well, as you know, but nobody else does, I have two children. They're 13 years apart. One of them is 36. His name is Alonso. And then, of course, you know, Mitzi, my youngest son, Silas, who is going to be 23 this year.
Mhm.
Then I have a daughter-in-law and two grandkids with my oldest son, and they live in Massachusetts. And other than that, I work full-time, and I also work part-time because, you know, this economy, you need to have two jobs to live.
Yeah.
And in all reality, I have 7 jobs if you think about it, because we're big proponents of volunteerism. So with my volunteerism, I do a lot of stuff for the Scouts of America, which I'm currently a assistant scoutmaster for a family troop. By family troop, I mean it's mixed with male and females. So they need a female leader in the hierarchy, basically, that is trained, of course, and vetted by the Boy Scouts to go to the events and be with the youth.
Yep.
I personally, as an adult, I enjoy camping immensely. So I've always camped my whole life. My children have camped since they were babies, basically.
Yep.
So.
And then that's very important to know in terms of like everything you do and how you've impacted, you know, within the area of community. Entonces, I'm going to translate a little bit this way. I don't forget what we're saying. So, Michelle, como he dicho antes, está bien involucrada, es mamá, es abuela, tiene 2 hijos que son 13 años en diferencia y durante ahora se llama Scouting USA. Antes era los Boy Scouts y hay niñas y niños y como asistenta de los Boy Scouts tiene que estar ahí porque hay niñas y tenía que estar ahí en medio del bosque. So in terms of talking about, tell us a little bit about Silas and all he does. We were just talking about autism and how, diagnosing and when's the best time to diagnose and all of that. But first, tell us everything Silas has accomplished so far, and then we'll go back with what how you found out that he had autism. I'm going to say it in Spanish. Así que vamos a hablar un poquito de Silas y todo lo que ha cumplido durante sus 23 años y cómo ella supo que tenía autismo. So go ahead, Michelle.
Okay, so Silas is currently a 22-year-old man. As Mitzi says, I am not at home today or this weekend. Silas is taking care of himself. He can drive.
Mhm.
He can hold a job, which he does. He is racing today RC cars. He builds them on his own and he races them. Unfortunately, today I couldn't get to see one of his races, so because I had to come to do scouting stuff. So he's racing this morning on his own in Sioux City, Iowa. So he had to drive from Nebraska to Iowa, which is about maybe
An hour.
45 minutes or an hour away.
Mhm.
So he
Yep.
drove out there himself with his stuff, and he's going to race, and I wished him luck. Also, he is a part-time student, and he takes his classes online. He is majoring in graphic design in college right now. He went from a 2-year college in just getting a associate's in art, and he changed it to a bachelor's. So this is what he's working on, his bachelor's. And the schedule that he's on right now, it helps him to balance his life. So he's taking his classes online. He doesn't have to sit in the classroom. He does his homework, goes to his lectures, do whatever he has to do online, and he gets all his work done, and his grades are fair to moderate. It's not excellent, but it helps him to focus and do what he needs to do. So that's what he's doing, and I'm proud of him for doing that. When he turned 21, my son, who I've never really, I've let him go to do things on his own with Scouts, bought a plane ticket, got a hotel, and went to Mall of America by himself for his 21st birthday.
Oh, wow.
In May, when he
That
turns
was
23, I know. In May, when he turns 23, he is flying out to Myrtle Beach to go for bike week with my brother and my nephews. So he's going to meet them at Myrtle Beach. So he's going to fly out from Nebraska on his own and go meet them. And they rented a Airbnb, and they're going to hang out for the week, and then he's going to fly back home.
Thank
So
you. Yeah.
my little bird has gone from being a little bird to now he can fly on his own, and I applaud that. I let him do.
An eagle
He's a
now.
grown man.
Yeah.
Let him do what he's got to do.
I'm going to translate a little bit before I get too far along, Michelle. Así que a Michelle nos está diciendo que su hijo, que va a cumplir 23 años, está viajando solo, puede manejar, está estudiando, maneja solito 1 hora a donde tiene que ir y es estudiante. Así que ha cumplido muchas cosas y también es Eagle Scout. So I'm going to say he's also an Eagle Scout, right? So he's ha cumplido muchas cosas en su vida, así que nunca fue una limitación tener autismo, ser neurodivergente. So it's never a limitation to be neurodivergent or have autism. And so tell us a little bit about how you knew, or when you knew, that Sai had autism.
Okay, so a little bit about my background. I have worked in early intervention program before my son was born. Actually, with my first son, I worked in the early intervention program in the state of Massachusetts. And when Silas was born in the state of Maine, it was fairly an easy birth, even though I had him later in life. And we had, during his development, I noticed a couple of things, that he wasn't speaking, and he would have like fixation things, like he really wanted to but he was only like a year, 2 years. And I know early intervention goes from birth to age 4. So I noticed a bunch of things that he wasn't meeting certain milestones. My oldest son did, which I understand people and children develop differently. So I talked to my pediatrician about it, and he said, well, maybe we should just let him go for a little bit more. And I said, no, I want him, if we're going to do it, I want us to do it now, get him the therapies that he needs so we can have him do a better thing. So they referred me to a neuro psychologist or a neuro doctor. And after doing some tests, she basically came back and said that his IQ was very low. And it would I literally cried that day because basically she said my black son was going to be an idiot savant. And that just totally tore me up. But as Mitzi, I've known her for years. She knows I'm very determined. And I was like, this is not going to happen. We're not going to say no. We're going to try everything. And we're going to not beat this, but go along with it. Go ahead, Mitzi.
So I'm going to cut in a little bit. So, estamos hablando de cómo Michelle supo que su hijo tal vez algo estaba pasando con él. Y ella trabajaba en detección temprana de los niños, ya era su trabajo. Pero muchas veces como papás, ¿cómo podemos saber sobre esto? Y es algo de saber es si hay contacto limitado de los ojos, si no quieren mirar a los ojos, no sonríen mucho o no quieren encajar socialmente con sus amiguitos, tienen respuestas limitadas con su voz o no están hablando. Diferencias en cómo gargajean, así babbling, gargajean o gesturas que no es típico de los niños. Y hay muchas clases con organizaciones como Together for Childhood Network, YWCA, que tienen clases de cómo enseñarnos como maestros y reacciones inusuales a los sonidos o texturas, así que no les gusta tocar el pasto, les fastidia la textura o las comidas que comen, así que son señales tempranas. Para Michelle fue muy duro cuando ella descubrió que su hijo, que es afroamericano, que le digan que es ¿cómo se dice? Idiot savant en español.
¿Cómo?
Un savante,
Un savante, sí.
right? Entonces alguien que no va a poder hablar, pero
Sí.
es una mujer muy determinada y dice, no, yo voy a ver cómo él tiene los recursos para salir adelante y 23 años después estamos viendo los resultados.
Sí.
Así que es importante esa detección, encontrarle los recursos para que tengan las terapias del habla, del movimiento y todo eso, pero también las clases para los papás, sí hay muchas aquí en Lake County. So thank you, Michelle. That's very important. I was just adding a little bit extra information regarding how to, get those signs, and then the importance of really noticing that. And even though we're, parents who don't have the education that you had in order to determine early detection, there are means for us here in Lake County to get to those recourses.
Correct. And I mean, even if you have children, like my children are 13 years apart. One guy might be normal, and I'm just saying that with quotation marks, as opposed to the other child. But really, the other child that's not normal is more normal than the child that is. But I mean, which in some cases they have their different quirks. I have to remind my oldest son every once in a while because he keeps saying, oh, well, he's going to get better. And I'm like, he's not sick. He's not sick. He just is a different man.
Right.
He's not sick. He does what he does. And I think now he's starting to realize, even though his brother's going to be 23, he's now starting to realize, oh, Mom, you're right. He is going to be who he is. And he's who he is, and he does what he does. I teach him everything that they don't teach him in school. He knows how to write checks. He knows how to pay his bills. He knows what he needs to do to live his life, because if something happens to me, I know he can take care of himself. Like this weekend, anytime he goes away, like he books his own hotels and he goes on his trips. And I'm like, okay, see you. Just call me, like I would do with anybody. Call me when you get there. Let me know that you're safe and have a good time.
Yeah.
And he does. He calls and tells me what he's doing, and he'll take pictures and he sends it to me. And
Nice.
I don't see that just because autism is just a label, and that's not, we don't use that label in our house. We don't use, you can't do it.
Yeah.
We use,
It doesn't.
you need to try it.
Right. It doesn't define who you are. You just have very similar to having other conditions like blindness or maybe, just hearing aids. It doesn't define who you are. You were just born with that, right? Entonces estamos hablando de que el término autista no debería definir a la persona y cómo es. Y es algo que como mamá tiene que recordarle a su hijo mayor muchas veces, que aunque han crecido dentro de la familia, dice, se va a mejorar. Y Michelle tiene que recordarle a su hijo mayor que no es una enfermedad, no es una enfermedad, es una condición que tenemos y es algo atípico. No estamos viviendo en la sociedad.
Yeah, Michelle, two questions. So the first one is, so now after, he's 23, so like you said, he struggled with his speech at the beginning, or if you can comment on how his speech now, and at the same time, what was the importance of, because, you have worked in intervention, so you knew that, I have to act now. What's the importance of acting right away when someone is diagnosed, especially when they're a kid, rather than waiting?
When with certain people with some autism diagnosis, if you wait, it's a learned behavior. So they learn whatever their tics are or whatever. And a lot of people stem and do other things, like rock or get hyper and run around a room and stuff like that. My child doesn't do that because he has learned to blend in. He speaks very well. He has to know you. And if you and him have the same interests, he will click with you for the rest of your life, basically. Early intervention helps because you get the physical therapy, the occupational therapy, the speech therapy. You get all of your needs that caters to that individual right away to help them move forward. As opposed to if you wait, whatever they've been doing, the no speech, it takes them a longer time to get into that. Or if they have a physical need that they need, the potty training. There's some kids that I met that were like 5 and 6 years old and they're still using the pens because they just did not get trained properly, or their parents were like, okay, well, something's wrong with you. I'm just gonna let you do whatever. No, that if something happens, there's not going to be a home for them. You need to try to get
them to
enough
be more independent.
And the therapy is there. There's things out there. I'm not sure right now because I've never, and I can honestly say, he doesn't get Social Security benefits. He doesn't get any of that stuff. None of the benefits that disabled adults are eligible for. My son does not get that because we've never applied for it. All of this stuff was done on our own. The only thing that we did use was the early intervention and getting caseworkers when he was younger, but we've never used anything else because they tend to want to pigeonhole the person, to work, to go into a mediocre level or a lower level I'm not that type of person.
Mm.
I think it's because of my Caribbean background. I'm not African American.
Uh-huh.
So I think it's because of my Caribbean background that I will, and I do it with my scouts, I will
Mhm.
fight for my children, my non-children and my children to be better people.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I'm so glad you're there. Yes.
Yeah, no, Michelle siempre ha empujado a no solamente a sus hijos, sino que dice que como caribeña se ha enfocado en empujar a sus hijos, no depende de los recursos de Social Security que algunos niños pueden obtener, porque ella dice que eso haya limitado a lo que es hoy en día. Pero también quiero recordarles que hay diferentes niveles de autismo. Hay personas con autismo que son menos verbales y otros que son más verbales y no se refiere que no pueden hablar, sino que su lenguaje está encajado
Ujú.
dentro de ellos. Michelle también dice que es algo que por eso nunca quiso encajarlo, porque quería que él sea independiente y que
Ujú.
pueda hacer sus cosas por él mismo. Um, we we also know that sometimes autism, Michelle, runs with other atypical conditions, as we
Ujú.
may call them, like ADHD. Can
Yeah.
you tell
So
us
he
a little
did.
bit about that? También sabemos que el autismo y el hiperactividad también corren juntos, así que
Hiperactiva,
Michelle
sí.
nos va a hablar sobre eso. Go ahead.
So he was diagnosed with autism and ADHD. But at the time when he was diagnosed, they were mostly dealing with the ADHD. So they put him on a medication called Focalin, which helped him focus and learn things. But I noticed as he was getting older, he wasn't eating as much, or he would come home from school and eat a lot.
Ujú.
So I did an independent thing on my own and had his para or whoever was with him for the day. And this is in elementary school, okay? Watch him and write down what he eats for me. I just wanted them to do a test and see how much he eats for the day. And for a couple of days, he just only had like corn or he had like mashed potatoes. He didn't eat breakfast. He didn't eat anything for lunch basically. And then he would come home and take down the whole house because he was starving.
Mm.
So then I did in the summertime or when school was done, he would do scouting things and he wouldn't be on this medication
Ujú.
in the summertime. Well, at summer camp, when he goes to scout summer camp, he would eat normal.
Ujú.
He learned how to shoot a gun. He learned how to ride a horse. He didn't need the medication to help him focus on that. He just listened to the instructor.
Ujú.
Yep, and we
So-
know that sometimes that the language we use with individuals with autism has to be more concrete and direct.
Correct.
Right. So that's something estamos hablando que Silas se dio cuenta que tenía ADHD,
Ajá.
hiperactividad
Hiperactiva.
y notó que la medicina que le estaban dando a Silas lo limitaba mucho más, no comía y cuando llegaba a la casa comía un montón, así que es importante reconocer eso con sus hijos también y si la medicina los va a afectar mucho. Tengan autismo con ADHD o sin autismo y solamente ADHD, hay ciertas medicinas que van a afectar esas condiciones neurodivergentes. ADHD también es una de ellas. So in terms of, just are there like, you talk about eating, individuals with autism, are they prone to limit their food selection to a certain degree?
some of them, yes.
Ujú.
But I talked to Missy about this yesterday. My son tends to make me a liar all the time because there's certain things. He loves Caribbean food, and I make Caribbean food.
Mm.
He loves anything Spanish, anything. He's just a Caribbean man. He shouldn't be living in America. I swear. He loves curry chicken, curry goat. He loves all that stuff.
Mm.
So yesterday, before I left, I got myself a runza, and I know he doesn't eat it, so I didn't get it for him,
Right.
because I know McDonald's is his thing. That's his go-to. And I didn't go to McDonald's. I just said, well, you're going to work.
Right.
Go to work.
But when
I
he
walked in the house,
yeah.
and he's like, Mom, what's that? I said, runza. And he just stood there at my door, and I was like, you want to try it? And he took half of it and ate it, and he came back and goes, oh, that's good. And I'm like, when did you start eating this stuff? You don't like this stuff. He goes, no, I really like it. And I'm like, dude, we could have been.
Yeah.
So his eating is different sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
but then he eats tofu. I mean,
so
it's weird. He just eats. His eating is different. He doesn't eat, believe it or not, Mitzi, he doesn't eat ketchup as much as he used to when he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Ketchup, we don't go through ketchup as much as we used to, because his go-to was ketchup, chicken McNuggets, fries, and hot dogs. That was our main, and ramen noodles. That was our 5 foods in the house that I had to have on stock all the time so this man could eat.
Yeah, and
now that he's older, we don't.
Estamos, let me capture that in Spanish. So, estamos hablando que algunas veces las personas que tienen autismo prefieren ciertas comidas por la textura o no. Entonces, cuando estaba creciendo Silas era más el McDonald's con ketchup o papa frita y se limitaba macaroni and cheese. Limitaba la comida culinaria a cosas básicas y eso puede algunas veces como padres frustrarnos cuando están creciendo los niños y decir solamente son antojos. Entonces ver que si hay ciertas comidas que prefieren sus niños, ver cómo también darles otras vitaminas, hablar con sus doctores para ver qué tipo de comida pueden comer. Hoy en día Silas está comiendo de todo, dice que es como es caribeña, Michelle, dice que le encanta la comida caribeña y que siempre puede decir que Silas no le gusta un cierto tipo de comida, pero después decide un día, recientemente comenzó a comer una comida que nunca había comido y es así que van creciendo como adultos también y sus preferencias culinarias.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Michelle. So as he was growing up, when he was little, and as he was growing, what were some of the biggest challenges that you had, like taking him to therapies or all the stuff that you were doing with him, besides all this work that you were doing aside? And what advice will you give to people who are starting with something like this?
It's very challenging.
Mm-hmm.
I say if you get into a good program where you have a caseworker that is willing to help. I had some very, very, very good caseworkers. One of them who passed away recently, she used to go with us to all of our appointments. And by appointments, I mean if we needed neurotherapy or anything like that, she would drive me and him there. I didn't have to drive. She would drive us there.
Mm-hmm.
And this was in the state of Maine. So my caseworkers in the state of Maine were excellent. They prepped me for when I moved to the state of Nebraska to be able to handle a lot of the situations by myself. And mind you, I'm a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
You're a super mom.
I don't. I'm a single mother, so I don't have that extra person to rely on to say, hey, you watch this kid whilst I take care of this kid. So it's a lot of work.
And what have you learned? What have you learned? How have you changed? You said you had your first child for 13
I
years.
learned,
So how is mothering different, and how have you changed as a mom for the second
I
child?
learned I have a lot of patience. I have more determination to watch my child be determined to do certain things. Um, I'm fighting with him to make him a better person. So that determination and that fight that we share, it will always be a bond that we will always have. Right now, we're both training for a 125-mile hike in South Dakota. That will either break us or make us.
and Michelle just had knee surgery, so
Oh, you're gonna do that?
I just had knee
Oh,
surgery.
wow.
so-
Yeah, you have
But you
superpowers. You
know
have a
what?
super body. Yeah.
But you know what? I was kind of worried that like he wasn't gonna be. Believe it or not, he's very careful with me because when I was in getting ready to have surgery, he came in and he rubbed my hand and he rubbed my hair and stuff, and he was like, "I'll see you in a while," and I go, "Okay, I'll see you in a while." And this is the second surgery I've had since he's been born that he's actually had to come in and be my support person. And I know he doesn't like seeing me hooked up to the machines and stuff. So the medical staff was really good on not having him see that. But he's very, very caring. He's very kind. When I couldn't get down the stairs, when I couldn't get to the bathroom, he was there in a heartbeat. Like I would just think about getting up and he was in my room going, "Mom, are you okay?" And he would literally help me to the bathroom and wait and then help me back to my bed. So yeah,
Nice.
anybody that wants a single man, he's very loving and caring.
A single man.
Trying to find him a guy on the radio station. No, so Juan
Yeah, he
Carlos.
sounds wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, los retos que ha tenido, así que Juan Carlos preguntó qué retos ha tenido y cómo los ha sobrepasado como madre, y especialmente las lecturas que ha aprendido como mamá. Y es algo que fue muy difícil, pero tuvo la ayuda del social worker, dijo social, no, ayudante, was it a social worker? Sorry, I already forgot.
Trabajadora social.
Trabajadora,
sí,
ya,
sí.
social worker allá en Maine, y después le ayudó como abogar cuando se movió a Nebraska, y es algo que ha seguido haciéndolo. Como mamá soltera no ha tenido el apoyo de su esposo, pero puedo decir y agregar que ha tenido el apoyo de su comunidad, so, como amiga. Y también, ¿qué daría consejos que he aprendido como madre comparando el primer hijo al segundo hijo? Es que son diferentes, como dijo anteriormente, pero también es algo que he tenido que aprender a ser más paciente, aprender a ver la vida de diferente manera y ver cómo ayudar a su hijo, que no es típico, pero eso también le ha ayudado a ella a ser más abierta con los otros niños con quien ha trabajado.
Y tienes que mencionar que dijo que, pues, si hay una muchacha por ahí.
Oh. Y ya le está buscando novia.
Novia, porque si hay alguien ahí interesada, pues tiene un corazón, Silo tiene un corazón enorme y así como cuida a su mamá, imagínate cómo las van a cuidar a ustedes. Así que una promoción por ahí. One question, Michelle. Because sometimes, people, you say that this case worker, was a caseworker within the school or outside the school? Because a lot of I know people who they don't have support like that. Where did you find a caseworker? Because that sounds important.
Well, this was before he was in school. In the state of Maine and the state of Massachusetts, through their early intervention programs and the state, they have programs that if you have a child that has a disability or has been diagnosed with a disability, they get you, hooked into these programs. And I know in the state of Nebraska, it goes through school. And you can ask for a caseworker or ask for them to get you hooked into a program. But you have to ask for it. They won't give you the help if you won't ask for it. So you have to ask for help. And if you have a teacher or a para that knows about the program, and I know especially the Hispanic community, some people think, oh, it's taboo to ask for these kind of help, but you need to ask for help because you can't do it by yourself. You really can't. It's a lot of work, especially for a young person, a young child. It might be cute at first, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work, and they will help you. Some kids will just stay one way for the rest of their lives. But if you don't try, how will you know what they can do? So you have to just advocate, total advocation for your children or your child to get that help.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
No one will give it to you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really, really important because, like you say, we have to advocate, right? Especially because if we don't ask, we don't get the service.
Yeah,
and your child's not going to get help if you don't ask.
Right.
Yeah, Michelle está diciendo que siempre es importante abogar y hacer esas preguntas y pedir esa ayuda que muchas veces no lo hacemos en la comunidad hispana, porque no se puede hacer sola, o solos. Tenemos que estar ahí abogando y buscando esa ayuda. Si no lo ha buscado en la educación temprana, también es verla así dentro de la escuela, cuando entran a preschool o kindergarten, primer grado, para ver qué tipo de ayuda pueden darles a sus niños. Y Michelle habla de Nebraska, de Maine, pero también en Illinois. Michelle, our time is almost up, and so we appreciate you for being here so much. Sending you lots of love to you and Silas. I'm super proud of you as my friend, as a woman, as a single mom.
I just met you through the phone, but I'm super proud as well.
And Silas too, as I consider as my son too. So
he's videotaping his race today, Mitzi. So when he sends me the video, because he brought his camera and his tripod with him. So I can see the race. He's gonna videotape it. So
yes,
I wish him luck. I really wish that he gets first place today. So he will videotape it and I'll share it with you.
Thank you.
I don't know if I've shared pictures with you of.
Yes, I've seen them, and so yes.
Share it with the group. Yep. Share it with the group if you want.
Yep.
And hope to talk to you soon and see you soon.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Big hugs and kisses.
Thank you for having me on. All righty.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing so much.
Bye-bye.
And congratulations for all the magnificent job that you're doing with Silo, your family, and with yourself. Take care of yourself, for sure.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We'll let you go back to scouting. Así que el minuto educativo para, sacar de ese minuto es que el, ser neurodivergente es donde nuestro cerebro funciona de manera diferente a lo esperado socialmente. Y siempre es la sociedad, ¿no? Nuestra comunidad que pone esas reglas y verlos a nuestras personas neurodivergentes de diferente manera. Ver que no es un diagnóstico médico, no es el fin del mundo si nuestros niños tienen diagnosis que nos le ponen. Es un término de identidad y aceptación, así aceptarlo y verlo que es algo, como estaba diciendo, un superpoder que podemos verlo de diferente manera. Y aunque no puedan hablar, porque muchas veces el habla es difícil, se les hace difícil, pero que sí hay dentro de ellos la habilidad de llegar muy lejos. También enfatizar fortalezas y diferencias, no déficits. Así que no es un deficiencia. Sí. Y promover la inclusión y el respeto. Y es algo que yo también, siendo su amiga, ayudo a ver la diferencia entre personas que son neurodivergentes y tal vez en ciertos momentos todos tenemos un poquito de eso.
Todos
¿no?
estamos, todos somos diferentes, tenemos algo que pensamos que somos normales, pero ¿cuál normal? Yo no soy normal. Qué bonita historia, de verdad. Muchísimas gracias, Michelle. cuando hables con ella, dale otro abrazo y también a Silo. Felicidades a todos. Y qué mujer con un poder grandísimo. Qué bonita
Increíble,
historia.
sí.
Bueno, este fue el programa de...
Fuentes de sabiduría y
Así
vamos a
es.
tener diferentes tópicos para ustedes. Si tienen alguna pregunta sobre el autismo, hablar con sus pediatras, hablar con las escuelas y pedir esa ayuda dentro,
Abogar, como dice
abogar.
Michelle.
Así que no es algo que es,
Sí.
no
Sí,
tienen dificultades.
dificultades, como ven, todos pueden llegar muy lejos.
Exactamente.
Muchísimas gracias a Michelle, a Mitzi, Mili, fue un placer. Rápido un saludo a Cabezón López que se conectó hace rato por ahí, ¿verdad? Estaba conectado, no le mandamos saludos, pero sabemos que está escuchando. Un abrazo fuerte, gracias por estar siempre con nosotros. Para toda la audiencia, un día magnífico, ¿verdad, Mili? Una línea de invitados con mucha información, historias tan bonitas, todos compartieron algo súper, súper especial que ahora sí vamos bien motivados para el fin de semana y la semana. Y nos vemos aquí, ahora sí, para escuchar más de todas estas personas que nos visitan aquí en el estudio. Nos esperamos aquí el próximo sábado en Unión Latina a partir de las 8 de la mañana con más programación así de bonita como la de hoy. Que tengan un buen fin de semana. Cuídense mucho.
Adiós.